All right, the defense team for Alex Murdaugh rested its case today. But remember, this is not over. Why? Prosecution's going to come back. What do they have to deal with? Really strong testimony from Alex Murdaugh, which we'll discuss, and today from his brother John Marvin Murdaugh. Okay, that's Alex's younger brother. He was emotional, describing the scene, the connection to him, and what it meant to him and his brother. Here's a taste.
I saw blood, I saw brains, I saw pieces of skull, and for some reason, I thought it was something that I needed to do for Paul to clean it up. I felt like it was the right thing to do. I felt like I owed him, and I started cleaning. And I can promise you, no mother or father or aunt or uncle should ever have to see and do what I did that day.
No mother or father, aunt or uncle. Now, he's talking about himself, but think about the juror. Who would shoot their son in the head like that, let alone their wife? Look, we see couples killing each other on a regular basis. Blowing the head off your own son, that's a high bar. Alec, emotional too. Different than the portrayal by the prosecutor as a family annihilator. Impact. Let's bring in renowned jury consultant Richard Gabriel, handled the O.J. Simpson trial, many others. Cup of Justice host, attorney Eric Bland. High-profile trial attorney Mark Eiglarsh. Richard, Maya Angelou, they are going to remember how you made them feel. Impact of testimony on jury.
Well, that's the important part here is, that's the other key issue in this case is why? Why? I mean, the prosecution really doesn't have a strong motive in this case. And even though they listened to Alec and they may have made a judgment whether he was a sociopath and he's just a really good liar or whether he sincerely felt that way, having the brother testify gave solidity, gave some resonance to the emotion in this case. And I think jurors have to really ask themselves, could a father really do that? What kind of man would do that? So I think it's got to have a huge emotional impact. They've got to answer that question. Really, why? Why would a father do something like that? Was he so strung out on opioids that he wasn't thinking rationally or trying to cover up whatever his other malfeasance was? But I think a lot of people really have to question it, and that's where the defense wants them. He wants to question that because obviously a question can create doubt.
Absolutely. That's essentially what it does, right? Especially if you don't answer it. Eiglarsh, Dusty was saying to me today, and she said this many times, that, all this Murdaugh did, as crazy, addicted, and blah, blah, blah as he was, is trying to set up his kids, protect his kids, get money for his kids, get his head shot off so that they can get insurance for the kids, maybe rip off the kids of Eric Bland's clients so that he can have more money in the kitty for his kids. And now he's going to kill his kid? And I believe that in the cross of him, they let him talk too much, Alex Murdaugh, and explaining his answers. What did that mean to you in the moment in terms of how that testimony went, what their strategy was, but how it wound up playing out?
I agree with Dusty. I think that they gave him too much leeway. It's 101 in cross-examination. You ask leading questions. You make it a lean filet mignon. You don't have a fatty steak like they did. They had their moments, but it was separated by, and how do you feel? Here, let's give you time to humanize yourself. Now, regarding the brother, and I think we bring in Buster as well. They talked about different things, but they're saying the same thing. It's implied, and that is, I believe that man sitting over there is innocent. They didn't say it, but it's implied. The jurors know who called both of those witnesses, and they're feeling emotion, they're feeling connection, and I think that helped the defense.
Also, Eric, you know this very well. You keep tutoring us on it. This family matters in the low country of South Carolina, and you see them up there bawling about how bad this is, and Alex crying along with them. They're sitting there looking. This is an unnatural thing to do, blowing off your own son's head. You got to get people really convinced that it happened, don't you?
You do. And if you're going to quote Maya Angelou, when somebody shows you who they are, believe it. And I think on Friday afternoon, when the cross-examination was most effective, Alex showed us who he is. and that is his sister-in-law Marion he called a liar. He called Shelley Smith a liar, the person who was taking care of Libby Smith. He called Blanca a liar, that she never had a conversation with him about the T-shirt. Mark Tinsley's a liar. Sled was a liar. But I've told you everybody who's lying, and I'm a liar, a cheat, and a drug addict, so you got to believe me. As far as John Marvin, my cross-examination of him would have been just 2 or 3 questions. Do you love your family? Yes. Do you love your brother? Yes. Wouldn't it hurt your family name and you for the rest of your life if your brother's branded as a murderer? Yes. And sit down. So I understand John Marvin. I get it why he did it, but this trial's coming down to Alex Murdaugh and whether the jury's going to believe he's a murderer, Chris. It's that simple.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of News Nation's fact-driven coverage.